Now, supposing, let's say the marks are obtained are 10, 20, 36, 40, 50. Okay, it's out of 50. These are the marks which are obtained, and the number of students who obtained it is 1, 1, 3, 4, and 3. How many of them will become 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12? So total number of students is 12 students. So 12 students took the test, and this were the marks out of 100, out of 50 which were obtained by the students. Now, if I try to fit this into this formula here for mean, can I do that? I cannot, right? Because I don't know how many observations. I know there are only 12 observations, but the marks are different for each. So what I will do, so basically I'm saying that one person got 10 marks, one person got 10 marks, 3 got 36. So that means that 3, I got 1 into 10. If I try to put this formula here, so I'll get 1 into 10 plus 1 into 20 plus 3 into 36 plus 3 into 1 into 36 plus 1 into 36 plus 1 into 36 plus 1 into 40 plus one student again got 40 and so forth, right? Would I have to do this and then I'll divide it by number of observations, which is 12? Yes. But you see, this is very tedious to do. It's not easy because we can make a mistake. So in this case, we have a new formula which we will be adopting here. Okay. What we are going to do, the first column, okay, we are going to name as x of I. And the frequency column we're going to label as f of I. Okay. Now we're going to make a new column which is called fi xi, which is nothing but the product of these two tables. So we'll get 1 into 10, which is 10, 1 into 20, which is 20, 3 into 36 is 90, 108, 40 into 4, 160, and 50 into 3, 150. Okay. Is this clear? Okay. So first step is what I'm going to do is I'm going to sorry about that. Is this clear? So the first step is to find out fi xi. Okay. The second step would be we would total the fi column. So the fi column, we're going to total it. Okay, so here I is equal to 1 to how many people are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, because there are 5 of them totally, right? So we will total this. What is the total of all this? Which is sigma fi, which will be 7, 10, 12. So this is the second step, right? The third step would be total the fi xi column. So again, we will do sigma I is equal to 1 to 5, sigma fi xi. What will be the total of this? Quickly calculate and tell me. Total all of this. Any one of you quickly total this and tell me what is the answer. Anyone quickly.
Sir, 448.
Everyone got 448? Anyone did not get 448? Okay, so sigma fi xi would be 448. Is this clear, everyone? 3 steps so far. First step, we find fi xi, sigma fi xi, right? Now, mean in this case, this is 448. Mean, now the formula becomes sigma x of, sorry, I is equal to 1 to n into sigma fi xi upon, again, sigma I is equal to 1 to n fi. So this is the new formula for mean whenever the frequency has been given to you. So what is sigma fi xi over here? That is 448 divided by 12, which is, quickly find that out. Anyone?
Sir, it is coming 37.33.
37.3 bar, 33 bar, right? So that is the mean in this case. So the average score that they are getting is around 37.3. This is understood? So this is the formula whenever the frequency has been given to you, or mean, or group frequency distribution tables. Any doubts, anyone? Please copy this down as an example. So all these are formulas you need to mug up, okay? So mean, we've done 3 formulas, different ones. One is the number of observations, sum of all the observations upon the number of observations. The second one was sigma I is equal to I to n xi upon n. And the third one is sigma fi xi upon sigma fi, right? Quickly solve this. So this is all applicable in the case of ungrouped frequency distribution table, okay? Group frequency distribution is not there in your syllabus, so we won't be covering that. Right? So this is all about mean in the case of both raw data as well as group frequency distribution tables, ungrouped frequency distribution tables and ungrouped distribution tables. Have you all finished? Anyone still copying? Raise your hand if you're still copying, please.
Yes, sir, I am, but I don't have option for raising hand. Actually, my Zoom got updated.
Okay. Arpita, let me know when you're done.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, done. Thank you.
Okay, everyone clear about this? So we are through with the first measure of central tendency, which is called mean, right? Remember, we had done 3 different measures of central tendency. Ananya, what were they?
For mean, median, and mode.
Mean, median, mode, correct. So the first one, which is mean, is true. Okay, the next one we're going to do is something called the median. What is median? Like the name suggests, it's called the median or the middle term, right? So it is that value. So supposing we have a data set of numbers. Okay, this is our data set, right? We need a value which will split the data set into 2 equal halves. Like say this is X and X. Okay, so the median splits the data into 2 equal halves, right? So we have one data set here and one data set here. This is the middle value. So you can think of that it is the middle value, right? Now, again, whenever we are given data, what is the first step that we need to do? What will be the first step whenever we are given raw data?
So we will, yes.
You arrange it in ascending or descending order, right? So the first set is to arrange it in either ascending or descending order. That will be the first step whenever we now want to find a median. Okay. Now, after this, there are 2 cases. First case is when the number of observations is odd. Let's say, for example, we have observations like 2 after arranging 4, 6, 9, 15. How many observations are there in this case? There are 5 observations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. N is equal to 5. So 5 is odd, right? So in this case, the median will be equal to the N plus 1 upon 2th observation. Okay. So this is the formula for median. Now in this case, what is N? 5. In this case here, right? So what is median equal to? N plus 1 upon 2 observation, which is nothing but 5 plus 1 upon 2, which is the third observation. Third observation means we take the first, second, third. So the median becomes 6 in this case. So median becomes 6. Remember, median is not 3. Median is the third observation after arranging it in ascending or descending order. So what we will see is that the 6 value divides the data into 2 equal halves, isn't it? There are 2 values here and there are 2 values here, right? So isn't 6 the middle data or the middle value? Because now we have 2, 4 here and we have 9 and 15 here. So it's equal on both the sides. So it is the middle value. Remember, one very common mistake you all do, you will find median, you will get median as 3 and you will give the answer median is 3. No, median is the third observation. So we have to look for the third observation here in this case, right? Clear, everyone? Please copy this down before we go on to the next case, which is median is even.
So,
yeah.
Sir, I did not understand that N is odd, then you took 5 because in the raw data which you have given 5 is not there.
How many observations are there in this, Siddharth?
Sir, 5. Yes,
5,
sir.
right? N is always the number of observations. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The values don't matter.
Okay.
Please copy this down before we can move on to the next case in which the number of observations is even.
So what you have written above that n plus 1 upon 2 and after closing the bracket?
TH, n plus 1 upon 2 TH, third observation.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Have you all finished? Is anybody
Yes,
still
sir.
copying? Okay. Now let's take the case when n is equal to even. For odd, it's pretty simple. Now, when it's even, we have a huge problem which comes into play. Let's understand why. Let's say the data is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You want the middle value, which will split the data into two equal parts. So we have 3 observations here and 3 observations here. So there will be a middle value somewhere here. But is there a middle value? Which one should I take? Should I take 3 or should I take 4 or should I take something else? This is the problem, right? I cannot take 3. Yeah, but there is no 3.5 over here, isn't there? Right? I don't have that data here. So 3.5 is something that I need to take out. So because I cannot take 3, I cannot take 4. Because if I take 4, there are only 2 observations here. There will be 3 observations here. I cannot take 3 because there will be 2 here and 4 here, 3 here again. Okay. So in this case, we have a new now concept which is going to come, or a new formula which is going to come. What we're going to do, whenever n is even and we're finding out the median will be mean of, okay, again, mean of n by 2th observation and n plus 1 by 2th observation. Okay, understand? The median when n is equal to even would be the mean of the n by 2th observation and the n plus 1 by 2th observation. Let's take an example now. Let's say, okay, let's take a very simple example. 2, 4, 6, 8, 12, 18, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay, this is the data. What is n over here, Sharan?
So 6.
6 observations. So we know n is equal to even. So now what is the, first we take out the n by 2th observation. What is the n by 2th observation? 6 by 2, which is the third observation. Which is the third observation? 1, 2, 3. So the third observation is 6. Right? Then I take out the n plus 1 by 2th observation, which would be 6 plus 1. So no, something is going wrong. 1 sec. Yeah. 1 sec. This is, sorry about this. This is n by 2 plus 1. My mind was distracted. It's n by 2 plus 1 observation. So that is nothing but 6 by 2 plus 1, which is again 3 plus 1, which is the fourth observation. What is the fourth observation? 1, 2, 3, 4, 8. Right? It's n by 2 plus 1. Remember that? It's not n plus 1 by 2. Okay? There's a difference. N plus 1 by 2 is not equal to n by 2 plus 1. Remember this. This was for odd. This one is for even. Okay, remember that this is a very common mistake. So our two values are 6 and 8. Now what do? We find the mean. How do we find the mean Ananya of 6 and 8?
For X bar,
Just tell me quickly. How do we find mean of 6 and 8? Yeah, X bar is equal to?
X bar is equal to sigma n.
There are only two values. So won't it be just 6 plus 8 divided by 2?
Yeah.
14 divided by 2, 7. So in this case, now the median is 7. Even though we don't have a value called 7 here, the median we find is 7. Okay. Is this clear, everyone? Again, so first step again remains the same. We arrange the data in ascending order. The second step would be to find the one second. So the first step is same ascending order. Second step is find the n by 2th observation. Third step is find the n by 2 plus 1th observation. And the fourth step is to find the mean of those two observations. Remember, it's not the mean of 3 and 4. It's the mean of the third observation and the fourth observation. Remember this. It's a very common mistake. We'll do 3 plus 4, 7 divided by 2, and we'll say 3.5 and we'll be very happy. And our answer will go wrong. It's the observation. Remember that. Okay. Clear about this? This is when the median for n is equal to even. Copy this down. If anyone has any doubts, please ask me. Are you all done? Right? Pretty simple. So that's it about median. So we have two kinds of medians. One is when the number of observations is odd. So we use directly the formula n plus 1 by 2th observation. And when it is even, we do n by 2th observation and n by 2 plus 1th observation and find the mean of that, right? So we are completed with mean and median. Now the third observation of central tendency, the measure of central tendency is something which is called the mode. What is mode? It is that observation which occurs most frequently. Okay, that is, it has highest frequency. So it is that value which will have the highest number of frequency. Okay, let's take an example: 2, 4, 8, 1, 6, 7, 2, 1, 6, 2, 2, 2, 7. Can anybody tell me now what will be the mode of this data?
Sir, 2.
Yeah, it will be 2, but what will we need to do? First, we'll have to make a frequency table, right? So what do? We arrange the values 1, 2, 4. In this, we can easily look it up: 6, 7, and 8, and then we make it. So we have 2, we have 1, 4, 8, 1, 6, 7, 2, 1, 6, 2, 2, 2, and 7. So if we make a frequency table now, what will we get? 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5 like this: 5, 1, 2, 2, and 1. So we see that the maximum number of value, which is the highest frequency, is 2. So what is our mode in this case? Mode is 2. Mode is not 5. Remember this, mode is 2, the observation. Clear? Quickly copy this down. Mode is very simple. That's it. There's nothing else we need to do. We just make a frequency table and we find that observation which has the maximum value. That's all, nothing else. Quickly do this, then we'll take an example now. If anyone has any doubts, please ask me. Are you all done? Arpita, are you done? All of you will quickly find the mode of this data. These are the values. Find the mode and send it to me on chat. I want the mode. Warrior, that is correct. Achira, that's correct. Dhruti, that's correct. Rest of you, hurry up. It's very simple. You can visually tell me the answer also. We're just looking at the data set, right? But you need to calculate it to get marks. Ananya, that's correct. Anyone not getting this? Sharan, that's correct. Sanika, what happened?
Yes, I'm solving it.
Oh, do it quickly. Doesn't take so much time. Very simple one. Mode is one of the, I think, the simplest measures of central tendency. Siddharth, that's correct. Sanika, make a frequency distribution table. Quickly do that. That's the fastest way to do it. Yatharth, answer. Arpita, answer. Arpita, that's correct. Yatharth, give me your answer. Sanika, that's correct. So if we arrange this, so we'll see that we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, and 10. And if you make the frequency distribution table, what we will find is frequency is 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 7 is again 3. This is 4 and 2. So our maximum frequency is of the value 9. So our mode in this case would be 9. Correct? Simple. So we are through with mean. We are through with median and through with mode. All three central measures of central tendency. Any doubts in any of these three? All clear? Okay, let's do a practice sum now related to all three of them. Solve this question. A small factory has 5 employees, a supervisor and 4 laborers. Read the question carefully. A factory has 5 employees. There is a supervisor and 4 laborers. The laborers, they draw a salary of 5,000 rupees a month, whereas the supervisor gets 15,000 rupees a month. I want you to find the mean, the median, and the mode. I want you to find the mean, the median, and the mode of this data. Think and do it and send me your answers. I want all 3 answers together, the mean, median, mode together. Do it step by step the way I've taught you for all 3. Do one thing, everyone first send me the answer for mean. First send me mean only. Quickly.
Sir, can you zoom it up?
I don't think I can zoom this in further. Is it okay now?
Yes, sir.
Achira, that's correct. Ananya, that's correct. Rest of you hurry up and tell me the mean. Both of you go on to the next one, find the median and the mode. Siddharth, that's correct. Sanika, that's correct. Sharan, no, that's wrong. Recheck. Jyoti, correct. Ananya, that's wrong. Sorry, Ananya, that's correct. That was median, yeah. No, Sharan, it's still incorrect. Arpita, that's correct. Ananya, that's correct. Achara, which value is this?
Sir, median.
Okay, please write down median is equal to so and so then. That's correct. Sharan,
Yes, sir.
let's do this question quickly for the mean. So what are the different salaries in ascending order? Arpita, check your answer.
Sir, 5,000 and 15,000.
So there are 4 5,000s because there are 4 laborers
Yes.
and we have 115,000, right? So mean is nothing but sigma x of I. Your I is equal to 1 to 5 upon 5, which will be 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 5,000 plus 15,000 upon 5, which will be 35,000
35,000
upon 5, which will be 7,000. So why were you not getting this? So what is mean?
So 7,000.
Where were you going wrong? Sharan, where did you go wrong?
Sir, I didn't take that 5,000 as 4 times.
Yeah, there are 4 laborers, right? I remember I told you to read the question carefully. Okay. Everyone clear on this? Go on to the median. All those who send me the median and the mode that they are correct. Sanika, Siddharth, Achira, Arpita, all correct. Ananya. Go on to median quickly, rest of you. Sharan correct, Varya correct. Jyoti correct. Very simple. N here in this case is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is odd. So our median in this case would become n plus 1 by 2th observation, which is 5 plus 1 is 6, 6 by 2 is 3. The third observation, which is 5,000. So our median is 5,000. Correct? Simple. Go on to mode, everyone.
Sir, I've sent you more.
Siddharth, what did you say? Yeah, Siddharth, it's clear. Everyone's correct. Obviously, mode is maximum frequency. There are only 2 values. We have 5,000 and we have 15,000. Here it's 4 and here it's 1. So our mode will be 5,000. Right? So you see all 3 values, mean, median, and mode are different here. Only median and mode are more correct. Because mean, what happens is this is affected by extreme values. Right? Like we had 115,000, but it changed the mean. Whereas median and mode are not affected by extremes. Like let's say I have a score out of 50. Okay, and a few students, they scored like this. Whereas the average people, they scored 40, 45, 30, 35, and one of them scored 50. So these extreme values, they will affect the mean. But the mode and the median will always be somewhere around here, which is more true or representative of the data. Did you understand this? So mean is always affected by these extreme values and can change according to the data, whereas median and mode is a more better representative of data itself because it gives you a more accurate picture, right? Therefore, we always see mean, median, and mode and compare all three, and we try to understand the data. Mean is average, median is the middle value, mode is the most recurring value. So according to different kinds of data and what are use cases, we use different measures of central tendency, right? Any doubts, anyone? With that, we are through with this chapter also. Tomorrow we'll be doing a few practice sums. Any doubts in statistics? Any part we've covered? Any doubts, anyone? Homework exercise 14.4 to be submitted by Monday. Okay, do it over the weekend. You already have 14.3 which is pending, and do 14.4 also by Monday. Tomorrow we'll be taking a few practice sums related to the entire statistics chapter. So please revise the entire chapter and come. Okay. Everything that we have covered from beginning of statistics till what we covered today, we will be practicing tomorrow. So please revise before tomorrow's lesson. Any doubts, anyone at all in any part of statistics? Simple chapter, but remember the rules, remember the steps, because it's very common to miss a step and get the entire answers wrong. And statistics usually is a 4-mark or a 5-mark question, so we cannot afford to make a mistake then, right? So I'll see you all again then tomorrow if there are no doubts. Before we go, I just give me a second. I'll just be back. I just need to get my phone. All of you just give me a minute. I want you to solve a question for me. 1 second. I want you all to solve this question. Sharon, this is your question. We will be taking this up tomorrow. We are given this figure. We are given that AB is parallel to CD. Okay. This angle here is X degrees. This angle here is 105 degrees. And this angle here is 25 degrees. Find X. We're given that AB is parallel to CD. I want all of you all to do this and message, and tomorrow we'll be discussing this first thing. Sharon, were you able to solve this, Sharon?
Sir, I'll send you today.
No, you could not do it? Okay, we will do this tomorrow, Sharon. Let everyone try. Copy this figure down, everyone. This is something like this over here. Okay, remember, this is an angle here. This is CDE. It's not done properly here. It's an angle over there.
Sir, E is 25 degrees, right?
Pardon me?
E is 25 degrees, right?
E is 25 degrees.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
And this one angle A is 105 degrees. We need to find angle X here. Okay. We will be discussing this tomorrow, everyone. So that's it for today. I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye, everyone.